Welcome to the Healthpreneur podcast. My name is Yuri Elkaim, New York Times bestselling author, former professional athlete, and founder of Healthpreneur, the world's leading company helping health and fitness experts start and scale high-end coaching businesses. If you want to attract more clients, learn how to convert them without feeling salesy, and deliver an amazing program for them on the back end, if you want to be inspired by what others just like you have gone through and how you can do the same no matter what life throws your way, then you are in the right place, because every single week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to be bringing you the best to help you take your knowledge and expertise to the next level with your health or fitness coaching business. And if you enjoy what you see and hear and would like to take your business to the next level, then I invite you to check out our free online training over at healthpreneurgroup.com/training. And for now, let's get into today's episode. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Yuri here with Stephanie, who is in mannequin mode, and Amy, who is actually in vivo live with us, and then we've got the infamous gray black box on the screen. Jackie's actually closing on her house today, so she's not able to join us, but she's with us in spirit. And today we're going to be talking about, I think, a really cool topic, which is the two roads you have or that you can take to grow your business. We always have choices. No matter what we do, we can take door number one, door number two. There's quite honestly, there's a lot of doors you could take with respect to anything you do in life. But what we wanted to do is, out of everything you could do, we wanted to give a really high level perspective and view on this, which are two roads that I think are important to understand. And Amy brought this up earlier, so I think this is a good topic to discuss because a lot of people, I think, need to know about this. So let's talk about the first road, and then we'll introduce the second road. So the first road is, we actually talk about this in one of our trainings. We talk about what most people do is they figure out what they want and why they want it, right? So they figure out, okay, I want to get more clients. I want to get more clients because I want to make more money, impact them, have more freedom in my life. So then they ask a question which leads them down one path, which is they ask, well, how do I do that? And then they go down the rabbit hole of trying to figure this out themselves. I call this the Home Depot path, which is you have shingles missing from your roof, you go to Home Depot, you try to fix the roof yourself. So let's kind of start there, guys. What do you find to be the challenge when you're speaking with prospective clients or even clients who are trying to do everything themselves? I'll let you start off, Amy.
Great. Thank you, Yuri. It's really interesting because, what happens is, again, that fear pops up, right? So people are trying to do it on their own because of all these emotions. I should be able to do it. Why can't I figure this out? And what ends up happening is, can you do it on your own? Sure, but it's going to take you forever. It's going to take you a lot of trial and error. You're going to end up dumping a lot of money instead of investing your money. You're going to be spending money and not getting results. So what I find is that, whether I talk with folks that are prospective clients on the phone and even our clients, there are two things that happen. So one, we talk with people, we have a clear, proven path, right? You've done an amazing job of creating this step-by-step process, shining the light on this is exactly what you need to do. And so that gets our clients there much quicker. What we find with folks who say, this all sounds great, but they're fearful of making an investment in themselves and their business, is we say, okay, I look forward to hearing your progress. And they either end up quitting their business altogether, or they come back to us in several months having now, I don't want to say wasted that time because they've learned a lot about themselves. But when they come back to us 3 months later, they already could have had their perfect client pipeline deployed. They could already be serving clients who, just like them, need their help, just like those folks need our help. So I see a lot of time and money wasted. I don't know how else to say that, because they could be so much further along if they take that leap and invest in themselves and their business instead of just spending and not knowing. And kind of the other thing that I see happen is people go all over the place because they don't know exactly what to do. They don't wait long enough to see the results. Mm-hmm. When you're working with a coach, that person can hold space for you and guide you so that when you have that freak out, like I remember talking to Rudy when I first started, I'm going to turn my ads off. And he was like, whoa, 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 whoa. hold on. And we looked all the way through my numbers. And even though, my registrants I was acquiring at a higher dollar point, I was enrolling people at that $3,500 mark. So on my own, I would have shut those ads off. I wouldn't have reached my clients, and I wouldn't have been, earning an income that I wanted. So I just see people going down the rabbit hole, getting confused, discouraged, and then all the people that are out there waiting for them, searching for them in pain, are still waiting for them, searching for them in pain. So it's multifold.
Yeah, well, that's just it. I mean, those are great distinctions. And that's the thing, guys. So that first path is really trying to do this by yourself. And as Amy mentioned, it's going to take you a lot longer. It's going to cost you more money. But really, at the end of the day, we can always make money back. But what we can't get back is our time. That's the one thing, you really, I don't think a lot of entrepreneurs really get this until they're further along in business, because they think, okay, this is free, I'm going to do this, but it's costing you time. And the more successful you get, the more you recognize that time is the real thing that's the most valuable. Money isn't. We actually just had a guy who reached out to me for our YouTube channel, and he's like, hey man, you've got some great content, but I've got some ideas of how we could get this seen by more people. And I was like, you know what? All right, let me see what he's got. Really smart way he approached me. He actually gave me some really good ideas, shot a video of some stuff we can do on the channel. And then he made me an offer that I thought was a no-brainer. I'm like, okay, I could do this stuff myself, or have someone who is one of our VAs do this, maybe, and get maybe close to those results, and that's uncertain. And maybe it would cost a little bit less. But then he told me the investment, I'm like, you know what, this is a no-brainer for me. He's going to do all the work. I don't have to do anything other than what I'm already doing, which is shooting videos, and I'm going to get the results that I want. So you always have this choice, guys. The first choice is you can do it yourself, and the second choice is, instead of asking how, you ask who. So Steph, talk to us about why coaching can make such a big difference for people in their businesses and in their lives.
Oh my goodness, that's such a great question. It's absolutely invaluable when you have someone who has been there before you to pull you up the mountain quicker, right? And we've used this analogy before where there's Sherpas, right, that help people get up to the summit of Mount Everest. Well, there's a reason why. It's because they couldn't do it on their own. Most of these, there are people who have tried, and they're probably still up on that mountain, not coming back down. And then the other thing that I found is that, man, this is probably worse than I think even wasting time or anything else, is that when you're like, okay, I'm going to do this on my own, there's so many different avenues that you can go down, especially when it comes to this online world, whether it's blogging or video or Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is that you want to, try, you don't know what to do. So a lot of people get in that analysis paralysis where they literally are doing nothing. It's like, or they're dabbling. It's like they're dabbling in all of them, but no one of them is really getting their full and best time and attention. So if you have, and then the other thing that Amy said was huge, is that if you can just have someone to ask, is this normal? Are these numbers okay? Am I going in the right direction? And they can say, yes, actually, I did the same exact thing. And guess what? The next month I scaled and made 10 grand, right? You're like, okay, I'm going to keep going. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have that person, if you don't have that mentor or someone who you really know, like, and trust, right? So that's really important. You don't want to just hire anybody. We've actually talked to a ton of people that sadly have invested money in people that really didn't provide them with the results that they were looking for, and the hand holding that we provide as a team, that really will set you back. And like Yuri said, you can't get your time back. And not only, so I guess some people think if I do it by myself, I'll save money. Not really, because and Yuri has this great analogy, and I'll probably butcher it, but maybe you can fix it for me, Yuri, after I say it. But if you want to make, let's say, $10,000 to $20,000 a month, if that sounds awesome to you, well, guess what? Every single month that you're not making that dollar amount, you're actually in the hole that amount. So by the end of the year, if you're wanting to make 20 grand per month, guess what? If you're not making 20 grand per month, you're actually in the hole $240,000 for that year, mm-hmm. right? And if you can get a coach who can help you to scale even quicker, guess what? Then the sky's the limit, and you get to help more people, which is, at the end of the day, the most important thing.
Yeah, totally. That's really good. And guys, what it comes down to, and let's just be honest, everyone would work with a coach or have the done for you, done with you solution if it was free, right? we all would do like, oh, totally, I'm in. But what it comes down to for almost everyone is how much is this going to cost? And that's a fair question. It's a fair consideration. But I think where a lot of people miss the boat is they don't truly understand the cost of their current situation. And so it's like, yes, you could, work with us, and we're not cheap. We're not overly expensive either. When you consider 3 to 4 clients and you've already paid for the work with us, and we don't take a percentage of your company, none of that stuff. When you consider, like, you really, really have to identify, and this is actually why I think it's actually sometimes easier to work with people who've tried everything else and are like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of this stuff, versus talking to people who are just starting. Because if you're just starting, you haven't been through the ringer yet. And part of my job is not to discourage you, but it's to provide you with wisdom and to be like, you know what you're about to do is going to cost you a massive amount of frustration. Here's a great example. So I did a 28-minute Instagram live while I was working out the other night. I'm literally doing like bicep curls and doing this thing at the same time. It was a lot of fun. And this one girl on the line, I asked her, she was finishing up her certification, and then she said, I'm going to be putting my first program out there. And I asked her, like, is this a course that you're selling, or is it a coaching program? And she said, it's probably going to be a course. I said, well, how much are you looking to charge for that? And she said $149. And as soon as she said that, my heart just like crumbled. And I said, listen, I don't want to shatter your dreams, but I'm going to give you the reality of what's ahead of you. You have 2 choices. You can get better on the phone and talk to people, and that's how you enroll them. In your case, $149, you're not going to do that. Doesn't make sense. So the alternative is you sell your course for $149, but you become an amazing copywriter and you wordsmith the heck out of that page so that when someone lands on that page, they're like, oh my God, this is the solution to all my problems. And the likelihood of that happening for most people in our space is like what? Like, how many people do we know who can do that, right? So guys, like, it's so important to recognize that the cost of what you think you're going to do to build your business without knowing what's going to happen is the true cost. Like, I can forecast what's going to happen to that individual. She's going to put up a $149 product. There's not going to be a really good copy or a compelling message around it, and it's not going to sell. And then she's going to do all sorts of stuff on social media. Maybe she's going to put together a free challenge, get people into there and be like, I'm going to build my relationship with them for 30 days, and maybe they'll buy after 30 days. It's not going to change, guys. And listen, like, I'm the most optimistic person, one of the most optimistic people you meet. My blood type is B positive, okay? Which is kind of funny. But you have to be realistic about what it is you're doing and what the opportunity cost of doing that is. So I'm not saying that there's only one way to build your business. I think we have one of the smartest ways to build your business. And yes, there is an investment with that. But when you consider what the alternative is you trying to figure this out on your own forever, or for the next year or 6 months or 2 years, hitting your head against the wall, trying to do things on your own, and then being like, you know what, maybe now, I should talk with them. Listen, I understand we all have our journey, but I would rather you not go through that. And we should also mention this. Like, let's be very honest with our audience here too, Stephanie. Amy. I'm not saying that our clients don't go through struggles, right? I wrote an email this morning saying this is not easy. Now what? We have clients that post inside of our Facebook group, oh my God, my webinar's not converting. What do I do? Oh my God, my numbers aren't working out the way I want them to. Oh my God, I'm stuck. I feel slightly overwhelmed. Listen, guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. We've made it as simple as possible. But for them to be able to lean into us and have that coaching makes all the difference. And Steph and Amy, you guys are amazing at what you guys do. And you can get on the phone with someone in 15 minutes and transform their worlds mentally. That's invaluable. I mean, I can't express enough gratitude to you guys, because if it was just me trying to do this with our clients, they'd all be like, I'm out of here. So I'll let you guys speak to that, because you guys deal more, with more of it.
That's a great point, Yuri, and thank you so much for the compliment, because it really is an honor to be able to work with folks in this space. And also, we've been there, right? We've built businesses. We've tried it all. We've come in and found a clear, proven path. I came to Healthpreneur as a client and just love what you do, and just had to be a part of the team. So, what we see with our clients too is, and I really encourage all of you who are in the HBA, Book your one-on-ones. Stop thinking, oh my God, I only get 4 and I'm going to use them up. Use them in the beginning, especially because we're here for you. You're going to feel overwhelmed at points. You're going to feel like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? We know the program inside and out. The step-by-step trainings give you everything you need. Yet at some point, that old you is going to come in and go, oh, but what about Facebook Lives? But what about Instagram? And we are able to say to you, only when your business is running like a well-oiled machine. And we're able to speak with people because, we have this wonderful support community in our Facebook group with all of our world-class coaching, copy coaches for webinars, copy coaches for landing pages, Facebook coaches to dial in your ads. So you've got all the technical pieces that you need, but we are human. And just like you are supporting your clients, we are here to support you. And that, as you said before, Steph, is invaluable. When you're sitting there at home going, oh, this is a stupid question, knock that off. Get on the phone. There's no such thing as a stupid question. We'll point you to the right section of the portal. If you're confused and overwhelmed, we'll point you back right into the trainings that you need. It's all there. So, instead of staying in overwhelm and, like you said, Steph, getting paralyzed because, oh my gosh, there's so much, follow the step-by-step plan. It is a paved, lighted path, right? And it is proven. So if you follow step-by-step and then lean in, reach out for support and book those calls, we will in 15 minutes help you to get out of overwhelm, to help you with, okay, I got an email from somebody saying, all right, I've done my webinar, I've gotten feedback a couple of times. What are the next steps? How long is it going to take me? I want to launch March 1st. Guess what? She can launch before March 1st with her webinar done. So we're going to get on a call. Right? Let's get on a call, Michelle. Don't worry about using up your calls. Get on a call and I'll walk you through that. So it's no big deal. Don't sit there feeling insecure. Use that feeling to hop on with us, because that is the way you're going to deploy faster. That's the way you're going to serve your clients faster. And when you behave that way, when you're leaning in for the support and you're looking at everything we do at Healthpreneur as a model for your business. So if you look at what we're doing and translate that to your business, you're going to be able to talk to your clients this way. You're going to ensure their results the way we ensure your results. So lean in. We know you're doing the work. Keep doing the work, but raise your hand and get the support that is a huge part of our program. Mm-hmm. So that's really, it's just invaluable. That piece I have not seen anywhere else. Not only do we have the trainings, but this team of coaches. I don't know, do we have a dozen people now supporting you? You're not going to get that anywhere else. No,
so if you're,
it's crazy. So if you're in our program, use it.
Totally. And I was telling a client or a potential client, I said, just if we look at Rudy and Cody, just on the Facebook ad side, plus Nicholas Kuzmich, who runs our ads. So if you guys don't know who Nicholas Kuzmich is, he's arguably the world's leading Facebook ad strategist. Like he's like the person everyone speaks to when it comes to ads. He's the guy who runs all of our traffic. So you have access indirectly to him. But directly you have access to two amazing other coaches, Rudy and Cody. Rudy's 26. He's built 2 multiple 7-figure companies in the health and wellness space on Facebook ads. He's one of your coaches. He charges $10,000 a month as a retainer. You get him for free, right, as part of our program. Cody also runs campaigns for some really big thought leaders in our space and outside of our space. Again, you get him to lean into as part of this program. So guys, you have to understand, I don't know where else you're going to get this type of stuff. It really, really is invaluable. Yeah. Steph, give us an example of, there's so many, I can't even count how many posts that you've put inside Slack of the recaps of some of your calls. What's an example of a call that maybe comes to mind for you of a client who, if they were on their own trying to figure this out, would have just been like, this stuff doesn't work, and how you were able to turn them around?
Well, there's so, like you said, there's just so many instances that we've, as a team, been able to turn people's mindsets around. One really cool example that comes to mind is there's a badass registered dietitian. Well, we have many of those, but one that came to me, and she had just enrolled, and she's like, you know what, this is kind of early on. I don't even know if I should be meeting with you right now because I don't have any problems right now. But she said, I went ahead and booked anyway. I was like, okay, great. Let's talk about this, talk about that. Well, started digging a bit, and it turns out she currently has a program that she was charging. And this just rang a bell with me because you just said the person on Instagram was like $149 or whatever it was. So she told me she had this program, which she explained to me. It was awesome. And it was $297, right? And I said, okay, well, what if you were to add this bell and whistle and this bell and whistle, and then charge, closer to like $2,000 or $3,000? She was like, wow, I don't know. Is that possible? I know this is low. I've thought about this before, and I admit that I have mindset issues around raising my prices and all this stuff. And I said, well, I'm just telling you, I think this is fair. I think this is why. And if you already have mindset issues around it, let's kind of work through that. We did that a bit. Well, about a week later in the group, she tags me and she's like, I just closed my first person in this program. And this is before she's even launched her pipeline. Okay. So she's basically, she's like, I just, based on Stephanie's recommendation, I did this and closed it. I feel so great about it. So like, that's something that she didn't even come in with a negative mindset. Like she was already doing great. She's like, I'm kicking ass. But there was this one piece that, I was able to help her with. And then guess what? She made, quadruple what she was charging before, whatever it was. I don't know what it is. But so that's just one example of how we as experts can come in and really help you with your mindset. And then, there's been countless other people that they let the tech really kind of get in the way. They maybe don't even know how to use Facebook correctly, meaning like tag people or utilize the group or whatever. And it's like, if I just share my screen with them on Zoom and show them a few different things, it's like all of a sudden this weight gets lifted off of them and they're just so much happier, right? So that's just a few really minor examples. There's been some pretty major ones as well, right? Where people are like having meltdowns and stuff and we turn them around. But just really simply, it just knowing someone is on your side, in your corner, teaching you simple things like, this asks me to put a link to my picture for my bio. I don't know how to do that. Okay, all you have to do is just go into Google Docs, we help walk people through, and it's like just knowing that somebody's there to hold your hand. And this is something that sets our program apart from so many other programs, is that not only are we there every single day, pretty much 24 hours a day in the Facebook group to help you, but also we care so much about your success that we make sure we bend over backwards to make people feel more comfortable and honestly just empower them that they can do this.
We should actually open up one of our team. We actually have a team meeting in like 2-3 minutes, but we should actually open mic one of our team meetings and broadcast it. Because you guys would be, I mean, yes, we talk about some metrics, we talk about our scorecard, but the bulk of our meeting is like, okay, how do we help people get unstuck? How do we help our clients get better results? How do we make this a more streamlined process? That's the bulk of our conversations, right? It's not about how do we extract more money from people? How do we do all this cut? I would say 75% of the call is celebrating our wins with our clients and really helping them get their issues resolved. And that's why I think we're awesome, right? And
Absolutely. And I'd say that to folks that I speak with on our Results Accelerator calls, when we get to that piece and they're feeling a little wonky about the investment. We live in a capitalistic world. We all need to make money, but that's not what we're after. We don't want your money without your results. We guarantee results as long as you do the work. That's why we give that 100% results guarantee, because it is a proven system. And like you said, there's nowhere else that there's this world-class coaching that you're going to get coaching with experts in every single step. And it's only 4 moving parts, but you've got experts in each of the moving parts. So like you said, you're not trying to coach everyone, even though you're expert in all of them. You've now pulled in the experts that you've learned from to help our clients. So for us, that's why we don't take money on the back end from your business. We don't want a percentage of your business. We want you to enroll and have skin in the game so you're committed. And then we want you to very quickly earn that investment back within 4 to 6 months, and then everything on the top is gravy. So that, lean in. If you're in our program, book your one-on-one calls, raise your hand in the private Facebook group. If you're not in our program, watch our training. Yuri will give you a link to that. And if you are a fit, if you meet the criteria, get on the phone with us and invest in yourself and your business. Invest in our coaching and our proven path, because you'll get there. Most of our clients deploy in 2 to 3 months. Some deploy in 30 days. So you'll get those results super quickly and you'll earn your investment back. So do it. Don't sit there by yourself, overwhelmed and going here and there and everywhere. Blinders on, proven path, raise your hand and reach out for support. And there's no way you can fail.
There you go. You might as well just close out the call. So with that said, guys, go to healthpreneurgroup.com/training. Watch our free training. If it resonates with you, book a call with us. Thereafter, you'll be speaking with one of these fine ladies, or maybe Jackie or Phyllis, who are also our result coaches. But at the end of the day, guys, remember, don't ask how, ask who. Okay, I just want you to think of that and really think of the opportunity cost of not moving forward with the right coaching program, with the right mentors, and trying to figure things out on your own. So if this resonates with you, awesome. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who needs to see this or hear this. And we look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Have an awesome day, guys. Ciao.
Bye.
See ya.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us on this episode of the Healthpreneur podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, here's what I'd like you to do right now. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the Healthpreneur podcast on iTunes. And while you're there, leave us a rating or review. It helps us get in front of more people and change more lives. And if you're ready to start or scale your health or fitness coaching business and want to start getting in front of more people, working with them at a higher level without trading time for money, then I invite you to check out our free 7-figure health business blueprint training, totally free right now. And you can do so at healthpreneurgroup.com/training. For now, thank you so much for joining us. Continue to be great, do great, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.